most of us, it's dark. You can't see people. We're looking at their ceilings, and so this is really nice. So Amy and I are working on other dates. We haven't solidified. We have to look at our June schedule, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah, I gotta get that together like in the next
Because it'll be June.
Because it's going to be June. So
Unless you guys are opening here, right?
Yes, we're supposed to be opening here June 1st. So
we
don't even have equipment yet. So it's happening. Lots of really good things. So I really would like to get the calendar and the schedule together for June and July.
Yes, we can do that.
Congratulations and good luck.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Well, and I know sometimes it's like a lot of the people that say like the second or third Friday, like a regular date, makes it easy to automate.
Because we're going to be offering a class here. I'm going to be having classes on Wednesday, I believe, here. So I'm going to get those booked. Wednesdays is going to be more of oils classes. Saturdays, because we're working a half a day in the office, and then we're going to do probably twice a month, I think, to start. So it's not every single weekend. We're going to be doing a class when we're done with our shift. So we'll be having different topics that are going to be a little bit more like hormones or lose the belly fat. It's going to be a more topic like that that's going to talk about supplements and oils that we're going to do together. He doesn't know that, but he's going to be teaching also on the Saturdays. So we're going to have that where people can come, like our team's welcome and everyone else is welcome. So it's going to go out kind of a big blast to everyone we know to try to get people kind of coming in and seeing what's happening so they can understand what we're doing in the office as well as just the oils, because it's going to be both.
Are you charging? Like if it's people who's just like a
For the
retailer?
classes?
Yeah.
No.
The only class we're going to be charging for is we're actually putting together more of an intense oils class. It's going to be probably a 6 or an 8 week course that you would sign up for. But with that, you're going to be getting a workbook. You'll be getting paperwork every week. And it's going to be a more intense that anyone can come. And it'll be a fee just to cover like the workbook and the papers that you're getting, because we'll have to buy that. But that's something a lot of people have been showing interest in, like a real deep, talking about oils that aren't your top 10 oils, something that's a little bit more, you kind of dive into, I don't know, I can't even think of oils right now.
It covers every level of our much deeper.
It goes on a deeper level, so people are really wanting to kind of learn more. We did the course quite a few years ago and loved it. Like
which really helped tremendously.
Yeah, I loved it. It was great, and it was worth paying $40 to do the course, and that would be open for everyone as well. So it's just a lot of things in the works. It's just getting the date set and getting it in place. So that would be like one day a week, probably through the week that we'll do that course. One of the evenings or something that everyone just comes once a week and, really gets a deeper education. But the other ones are going to be at no charge, that are going to be educational.
Welcome. So, but yeah, these events invite people. This is not just for people doing the business. This is for everybody. We always want to have new people come. And Annette just came in, thank you, who brought her daughter with her.
Oh, okay.
So welcome, guys. But yeah, we want these to be for everybody. So we'll always touch on something that has to do with the top 10, because that's how most people start out. I always have updates, right? And a little bit of things to share. So this month our 200-point special is...
It's right there too. I have it right
there. Oh, perfect. Got me all set up.
Look at that.
So this is for new people enrolling. This is for all of us that are already part, whether you're on LRP or you're just ordering, sporadically. Any 200-point order, you're getting almost $90 of free products. So it's a great special. So you get the big bottle of the On Guard, the big bottle of the Wild Orange, you get the toothpaste, and you get the hand sanitizer. And you can do 4 orders of this. So some people have people on their teams that have larger orders every month. So break it into 4 200-point orders, so that way you can maximize all your benefits. So that's what we wanted to share. And you guys hear the news on the 23rd, our due date?
Yeah.
The baby line. I have no idea what it's going to be. So get up as early as you can on the 23rd. The system might be a little bit slow. Although with the new system, the last couple of times I've had those kind of specials that hasn't been bogged down.
Is it just a one-time special, or is it something that they're carrying all the time? I guess I thought they were carrying it all the time. Okay.
I think they probably will, but they wanted to see how it's going to go over. If it's, this is kind of a trial, so if it goes really well. Good morning, Dawn.
We've been stalling since you got here.
I said, no, you can't start without Dawn.
Yes, you can.
So anyways, that's the 23rd. So some people I know have put orders in already this month, but it's good because there's so many people, whether they're pregnant right now or baby showers are coming up, just for gifts. So there's a lot of great reasons. And things that we would use on babies are also great for elderly. They're just, I know whatever it is, it's going to be diluted and it's going to be great for soft, fragile, sensitive skin. So not just limited to babies. So that is the 23rd. Before I get started on this, have you guys heard of Eric Worre, GoPro? This is probably one of my favorite all-time books for it. He talks about multi-level marketing. It's not taboo. It's for people that don't want to work the set 9 to 5. There's people that want to, you know, be in charge of what their income is. And it is a job. It is a profession. There are certain skill sets that you have to learn. So I have another one at home that's got all my markers and writings on it. But if you want to borrow this one and check it out, it's got my name, but you can check it out. But I'll pass it around. Take a look. But Eric Worre, it shows, it talks about his story of how he started from nothing to all the mishaps and the bumps he had along the way. But he's one of the largest multi-level marketing gurus in the world now. So lots of great tips on there. And I know Doug and Dawn always are sharing with me, you got to start, you got to get your no's, and then your yeses will come. Because if you don't start, you're not going to get there. And before we jump in today, we left you guys with some an assignment from last time, kind of an action item. Some people have had enrollments. I know Shelley had one. I think Karen had one. Who else had an enrollment from our last meeting? A couple folks have. Yay!
I did, but it was the piggyback off of your event.
That's okay. It still counts.
You took care of it.
So yeah. So one of the things that if you follow Eric Worre on Instagram, that's a good place to follow him. He's like, you know, in this business, you have to take action. Yes, we spent right now at our Monday nights at our 8 p.m. call, we're talking a lot about mindset. So in this business, we have mindset, skill set, and tool set. We're going to talk about some of those here today, but we've got to get our mind in the right set. If we don't take action, we're never going to get there. But what are some of those limiting beliefs and blocks? So if you're needing help with some of those because you're wanting to do this, but you can't just get yourself to do it, let's have a conversation. Join our Monday night 8 p.m. call. That's where we're spending more time on mindset. Because these are tools that Amy and I are going to talk about. This is easy. And once you teach the classes for a while, you don't even need these. Or you can use any brand of these types of things. But to get you going, these are great tools, and you'll kind of get an overview. Today, Amy does it one way, I do it another way. Ask me how many ways I've done it in the last 5.5 years. Amy too.
All the ways. All the ways. Really, you just do. You kind of, you find new things and you just play around with it. And every person's kind of different.
Yep.
So you do the same basic script and then you tailor it to the person, really. Once you kind of know the basics, then you really, I mean, I've done it without it. I've done it just on the phone. Nobody even has seen anything. You know, you just, I don't know.
But the whole premise is just start doing it, and you're not going to have your confidence until you start doing it. And even now, I
get
tweak
nervous.
it all the
I get
time.
every single every time I'm meeting someone else, it still happens. You're still like, I don't know why.
They say when you lose the butterflies, then you need to quit.
Well, or you're not growing, really.
Yeah,
you're not growing if you're not nervous about doing something.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you really, I mean, think about it. People who are on stage doing huge productions are backstage doing their little drills because they're nervous before they go out on stage.
That's right.
You know,
and that shows when you're talking to people or performing or whatever it is your passion, your enthusiasm. You need that.
Mm-hmm.
I think our customers like the personal, custom LSO with the main script.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, they probably like it, you know, with the major outline and then customizing it per client. That makes them probably feel like they're special.
Well, everyone doesn't have the same issues going on, but they all want the same results. You all want to feel better. Everybody wants, you know, to figure out what's going on with them. And so really that's what we're here to do. We're here to help them with what's going to work for them.
Absolutely. So doTERRA has put together for us some really beautiful tools. So I'm just going to, you guys know from my Monday night calls, we talk about these, but sometimes seeing them, I can pass them around if you want to take a look. You can get them. These are just $1 each. You can buy them in packages of 10 for $10. So when Francis said LSO, you guys have heard me say wellness consult, wellness overview, wish list appointments. Now it's called lifestyle overview. It is your second appointment, which is really, we want to set this up during the first appointment. Say, your next step is we set this up. So it doesn't matter what you call it. It is the next appointment. So we want to get them using their products. So I'll pass this around if you guys want to take a quick look at it. The other one that's doTERRA is the share guide. This has kind of come in vogue and out of vogue because we have some different things if you guys have been around for a while. But this really, if somebody's interested in doing the business, this is the one you give them. If somebody wants to host a class, it gives you scripts right in here of what to say when you're inviting people to come to that class. And it has tracking in here too. Did you invite them? Did they show up? Did they enroll? You know, and then put your appointment in there. So
Yeah, we got somebody.
scripts are right in there. If somebody really wants to know like how much money they can make in this business, the build guide has the steps. It's got your different ranks. It's got the average income, the average time to get there. So we start with the live guide, we give the share guide, and then we go to the build. And you can download all of these in your back office. So I always call that the money one. It's good to show that. And if somebody's like, yes, I want to do this, then we give them the launch guide. This is Launch to Elite. So this has all your basic steps. So you don't need to feel like you're lost out there. You don't know what to do. Like some people are like, I'm still doing the third phase of the Emerge training. There's your Direct Sales Foundation, your Leadership Foundation, then there's the Please Recruit Responsibly. And so many people are like, I'm afraid to lead. I don't know what to do. This is your guide. Everything is here for you, all the tools. Just you can download it and email it to them, or you can just share with them to go to Empowered Success and download that. So I just want you guys to see all these tools. This one I don't have open yet, but Amy gave you guys the flip chart for the Emerge style last time. This, I teach the natural solutions. I've done, again, all the different ways, but since this is right in your back office, you can download it. But this content is what Amy presented. So just so you know it, the tools are right there.
And I always give that to them after I teach the class, because then they have everything that I talked about. I don't give it to them during the class, only because then they're reading it and they're not listening to me. But I like to give that to them after I'm done, so they have a tool to take home with them.
It's a review.
Yeah, it has everything that I just talked about pretty much in order, and people are like, I can't remember this, but they can read that after they get home, and they know how to use all the oils that they just purchased, because all of that is in there, a description of it, and it gives them the tools to kind of feel like they know what to do with their kit until we talk the next time.
So there's a couple different ways that we do this. You guys all know I do a lot of vendor events, so kind of how I do my follow-ups, it's similar but slightly different how I go about setting that up. And so Amy's going to present her way and I'm going to touch on mine, but the content is all the same. It's just, so when I do an event, for the most part, what I offer at the events is if they, do their order today, they're signing up, and we set up their account to order 100 points the next month, the book is for free today. So, and I've got these cost $11. I buy them in books like 56. So if you guys want some, I just got a shipment, just let me know. You don't have to do this. You know how Amy last week was saying she gives away the rollerball if they set up or if they buy the kit. Again, you guys have to figure out what's going to work best for you. And
do you offer that also if you do a class? If you teach a class, do you offer that same thing that same day, or do you do something differently when you do a class?
I've done it different ways, but yeah, I love to do this.
You do
because people.
I don't even.
And I show them how to use the book. It's got safety charts, but the blue in here is going to be a health concern, and this gives you specifically like 1 to 2 drops on your abdomen. Diffuse it. And for any of the healthcare professionals, what I like about this book is it's like a dosing chart right inside the back. So this is the only book, the Essentials of the Earth book, that has this dosing. And this alone oftentimes will sell the book. And because we want people to know how to use their oils, when I do a vendor event, I got 2 minutes, two minutes to get them on board. So I love that, the challenge. But then they know how to go ahead and use this to start using the oils they have. And then when I'm doing the overview, I go back, pull your book out that you got, and show them the value of the book. So there's different ways. So right when they're enrolling, I say, and the next step is to set up your follow-up appointment, and we get that down. And that has been, I think it's roughly 90% more effective. If I don't set up that next appointment, if I say I'll call you in a couple days, it's harder than heck to get a hold of those people. But when that appointment, I'm not saying we never change the date. A lot of times we'll change it, but I've got that connection. And you know what I have them do? I learned this. So with your business cards, don't do the shiny, do the MAC so you can write on them. I'll have them take my business cards and flip it over in the back, write your appointment, because they say if somebody hand writes it, there's something between the writing and the brain, they're more apt to remember it.
Auditory digital.
Thank you. That's the technical term, but yeah, that does help a lot. So even though I know and I'm writing on the, so there's the enrollment form on the back, I just make black and white copies for events. So I just, on the top of that, and I put it in my phone at the same time too. Because otherwise if you're at an event, you're scheduling on top, or even if you're at a class, you're trying to schedule, 4 or 5 people at the same time. So, or what Frances did, which is very helpful, she had a sheet and she wrote out the available appointment time. So I hand them the sheet and say, select the time for your overview. So there's a couple different ways of doing that. So that's how we get the appointments for the overview set up. Do you want to share how you do yours, or you want me to start with? Or go ahead, Dave.